And so we have reached double-digit days, day 10. I'm going to be playing I Spy Challenger. Riddle Roundup is the game mode that you can actually beat. And this game is basically I Spy. So you just have a board, and you just look around and find all the objects. This game shouldn't take more than really an hour. It really isn't that long. Any of the words in all capital means you're looking for the actual word and not the object it's saying. Sometimes the objects won't be just straight up the object. It'll be part of the object. So the two yellow shirts aren't just yellow shirts. And sometimes you will need more than one of the same object. Now, with this being a Game Boy Advance game, it really isn't... There's not much they could really do in terms of how many objects are on the screen. So this isn't really that difficult compared to many other hidden object games. Not that hidden object games are necessarily the most difficult games out there, but they do get really cluttered. Let's see, I'm looking for a blue sneaker. Oh, there it is. Usually hidden object games will be very, very cluttered on the screen. But this game is more like... Not you're finding a bunch of small objects and the clutter of a bunch of small objects. More so, everything is kind of separated into very distinct objects. And then each of the screens is gonna have, I think, 3 puzzles each. They'll at least have 2 puzzles for each of them, I think. But I know some at least have 3. I do need a bowling pin. We do need 1 again, which is kind of weird. Because we had to find 1 earlier. Ball that's not round's probably got to be a football, if I had to guess. Yep. And 3, 4, 6. And I think 1 more hockey stick? But the other hockey stick is just right there. There's going to be a few things I do remember here and there, because I have beaten this game before. In fact, on my other channel, I actually did a speedrun of this game that was not a super serious speedrun. I didn't have like everything memorized. It was more so just a for fun run. So I have beaten this game before, but I'm not necessarily going to remember where everything is, especially because that year, or that run was years ago at this point. I know where the Clover for Luck is, it's right there. Oh, 10 athletes. So you gotta just click on all of them. I know where the key is. 6 wheels. Sometimes when you get to like 10 or 6 of an object, sometimes it kind of feels just repetitive, because it's like, I mean, come on, you could have counted this, just I click one of them and that counts as 2, right? That way I'm not just clicking all these individually. Especially because we have to watch the animation and see the words flash so many times. It's not like I'm even being able to tell that how many are left of them, or at least not on the menu. Or the last 2 wheels. It is interesting though with the speedrun I did of this game, because you can never tell what on YouTube is just gonna like randomly take off and just get a ton of views for no reason. Because my speedrun of this game, that again was not really a serious run, it has like 3,000 views. I have no idea why, considering I think this is kind of an obscure GBA game. I guess I Spy itself is probably pretty recognizable, but I don't know how many people know there was a Game Boy Advance game based on it. Which athlete did I miss? I got the wheels but didn't get the guy. Oh, one more star. There we go. Yeah, and then every other... After each 3 puzzles, there will be a new board with 3 more puzzles. Do you think my approach to the game is kind of, as soon as I get one, just notice the surroundings, and then as the other letters are flashing, go ahead and look at what some of the other things are, and if I know where that is, then go and get it. That way I'm not having to constantly look at the menu to see what objects I'm even looking for. Would be interesting, though, if I did somehow beat my PB from before. I mean, honestly, might not be that hard. Again, that wasn't like a super serious run, and I think this strat of just noticing what's next I think could work. It really does come down to, if you were to do a legit speedrun of this game, it does just come down to, oh no, I didn't get that. Well, I guess if you just had everything memorized and you just got it as soon as possible, that'd be the best. But if you don't have everything memorized, than it would be just trying to get as much information as you can during these times where you're not playing. So we are looking for buttons. Only 2 buttons, though. So green triangles that there are way more of. There's the other button. What else do I need? There we go, red bird. Alright, well I see 3 of the rest of the 5 green triangles, so I'm gonna be going through there and trying to find anything else I can see. I don't see the kite, don't see the umbrella. I think I see the spool of thread, though. Okay, no. What I thought I saw as the spool of thread wasn't, but I did find the spool of thread while looking for it. I have blocks in a stack. It's right there. There's a kite, which I did pass multiple times, but didn't register that that was something I was looking for. So one more green triangle. Let's see, there it is. That's actually kind of tricky. That doesn't really register as an object. And the umbrella, I don't know. Oh, there it is. For how simple of a concept it is honestly is kind of a fun game. Like, obviously this isn't the most like in-depth gameplay ever. Do we need an umbrella for this? No. Or maybe not yet. I didn't see it though. Gumball machine? Yeah, it's not the most in-depth game ever. It's obviously very basic, but I've always loved hidden object games. I was a particular big fan of Mystery Case Files back in the day. I think I only ever ended up beating Huntsville, which I think was the first one. What else do I need? 3 pigs, flag, flower. It's a flower. Yeah, so I actually do quite enjoy this game and others in the genre. I just need a flag now. I would need to look into actually getting it again, but Mystery Case Files Huntsville could be a pretty viable game. I think it's quite a bit longer than this game. It might be a couple hours to do Huntsville. But it still is probably pretty viable just because technically you can lose in Huntsville because you're timed on all the missions. But if you lose a mission, you just restart the mission. You don't lose the whole game. You also have some other hidden object games I could try out. Let's see, does the O and on count for the letters? It does. Then U might be USA? There's one more key. This last key. Oh, there it is. Oh, it was actually kind of tricky. Alright, so I already know where the shooting star is. Starry Crown is right there. Alright, see the jack. There's then just 2 rings. A fish that can fly. I don't know where. No, I think I know where all the rest are. This is gonna be 1 ring, and then the actual ring. And then just in the top left corner. Alright, puzzle 4. I guess in theory you could actually kind of just mash on everything until you eventually found the object you needed. And obviously it wouldn't be as fun that way, but it probably would work. There's definitely a thing with these types of games. Sometimes they do want to try and figure out how do you prevent people from just mashing on everything until they eventually find it. How do you make them actually have to figure out where it is? At least in a video game sense. Because in a book, because the I Spy games were originally books, in a book you wouldn't be able to just click on everything because it obviously is a physical book. You'd have to write or draw a circle around your answer or just know that you found it. But in a video game, because of it has to be programmed to do what you want it to do. You have to make it to where they have to actually click on it so the game knows that they found it. But you can't actually guarantee that they actually found it and registered that this is the object versus just blindly clicking until they get it right. But something games like this have to try and figure out how do you avoid. And what Mystery Case Files does, at least Huntsville, I'm not that familiar with the games past Huntsville. I think I played just a tiny bit of Prime Suspects and a tiny bit of Raven. What's the Raven one called? Is it Ravenhurst? Because I kind of want to say Ravenholm, but that's not Ravenholm. Ravenholm is Half-Life 2. I think it's Ravenhurst. I only played a tiny bit of those. I mostly played Huntsville. And then I never played any past Ravenhurst. Except I played a tiny bit of Millionaire on the DS. But just a tiny bit. Did I already get that black key? No. Good. But in Huntsville, at least, what they do is each mission is timed, so you have to beat. You have to make sure you're beating each mission before the time runs out, or else you have to restart the entire mission. And if you click randomly, in just hopes that you find something, if you click too many times on something that's not a real object, you'll lose time. So if you kept clicking over and over and over, you would eventually run out of time and lose the mission because of it. I guess one thing that might deter you from trying to click on too many things is, I think, if you were to click on the same thing again. Yeah, if you click on the same thing again, it shows you this. So if you were to click randomly, you might accidentally click something again and then have to just watch this cutscene over and over. Alright, I know where the fish in hand is. Flagon Sands, gotta just be the seashell one. Right there. 2 shells and an anchor. It's a white shell. Is that a striped shell, that pointing one? Yes. Three starfish. The sun. Starfish. There's the sun right next to it. I know where the seashell with spots is. So the summer over here. Alright, I thought that said sun at first, but... Striped shell. Upside down one. Red claws. This is going to be another 1-in-1 type of thing. Second starfish. Is the thumbprint just the thumb over here? Yes. Green flippers. The claws. Two fish with stripes. I see one. And it'll just be a starfish, another fish with stripes, and then red polka dots. Starfish. That was the first fish with stripes. Fish with stripes. Oh, I see the red polka dots too. Sunblock, whistle, high tide. Alright, does not keep you on the where you left off, it just puts you back in the middle. We buried coins in a diver. That's like right over here. 2 bells, 7 seashells. You see 2 more shells. And over the seahorse is. There's the whistle. Another shell is red down there. I don't ever remember registering a seagull in my brain. Did I already get the sunblock? I think I did. Yeah. Well, there's the seagull. I think the one of the coins is just to the left here. Yeah. There's the seahorse and another shell. I missed high tide. That's to the top right, I think. There's one of the bells, the Taco Bell logo. Another buried coin, another seashell. I don't think I got the flag seashell yet. That might be the last one. And then I just don't know where the last bell is. I think I know where the high tide is, though. I think it's, yeah, right here. There's the bell. That was pretty fast. That was pretty clean. Two E's? Oh, it's not what they meant. 2 I's by 2 E's. Oh, there we go. Giraffe. Oh, there's one duck, okay. Did you say a seal? Yes. There's a clover for good luck. I see the bee. Gold heart. Hello? Four fish in a line. There's the fresh gold heart. There's a teapot. I just need 2 turtles, a sign, and another gold heart. Make sure I'm not... Oh, no, there's the gold heart. So turtles and a sign. I was pretty sure it was a stop sign. I thought I remembered. There's a turtle. There we go. Could have been a little cleaner. 6 hearts total. Should be pretty easy to get started though. So, see the lizard. And a red star. And I've already gotten that one. Four flowers in a row. Oh, I missed this heart again. Upside down R, 2 birds. And then a red star. Third. Duck's a bird. Then red star. Do you think often it is kind of these animals that tend to be the hardest ones? Or I guess it's not just even the animals, it can also be some of the shapes and stuff. Just anything that can have like many different variants. It can be kind of hard to find if you're thinking of something else. It turns out that's not what you're looking for. You know, like I could think bird and think of a cardinal, you know, but it's actually a toucan. So I may not necessarily notice the toucan if I'm thinking of, you know, different kinds of birds. Oh, really? I gotta do the two button eyes in a row? Sometimes if they're like right next to each other and it's just like one thing, they'll just do both for you. The two L's, I didn't have to do both at once. It's kind of interesting. Paw print. Pumpkin, sun, moon, and then more stars. There's a star. Oh, I didn't get any of the stars. I do know where the red star is, at least. Another star. Sun, moon, pumpkin. I didn't see any of them. Well, there's the sun. There's the moon. See the pumpkin. There it is. Letter Z on here. Nope. Cow. Blacktails. Oh boy. There's one. Big string face. Another blacktail. And there's the ace. Soccer ball. So Z, seagull, heart, blacktails. There's the last tail. There's Z, heart, and a seagull. Well, there's the seagull. The heart's definitely not on any of the cards because they're all either clubs or spades. There's the heart. And the letter Z. Where would that be? Or is this gonna be on the zebra? That makes sense. Three fours. Not three of fours. Jack. Not sure I would have guessed that that was a horse. Just from looking at it. Zebra's not a horse. Good to know. It's the night piece. Whiskers. You find these other fours. Oh, the has on the face down here. Octopus, star. Oh, I know where the star is. Made a note of that earlier. There's a 4. Where would the octopus be, though? Doesn't seem very fitting for, Well, I guess the background's red, so maybe it's just red, black, and white, not just black and white. Oh no, it's also black. I know where the penguin is. I know where the at least one fly is. Some of the clubs. It's down there. 8, 9, and 10. One, obviously the 8's on the magic 8 ball. Oh yeah, the 9 and 10 are probably... There's the 9. It's domino. Right, forgot about the flies. And then red stripes. There's one. And eyes, flies, and 10s. Well, I see the 10. So the stripes and eyes. The letter I specifically. The one's on the paint, of course. And there's 4 letter I's. What else has words on it? Is it not necessarily something that has words on it? Oh, there is another one. No, I see the last one. Honestly, one of the other red stripes might be on the paint thing again. Yeah. A red stripe. On the bowling pin. Very, very tiny white red stripe. Ooh. I do remember that one as well, an 8 and 3 hoops, because this is inside the orange, purple, and green hoops. Those who I need. Upside down face. Musical bow. Double 6s has to be a domino. Just because there were a bunch of dominoes over here. Could have been 2 dice or something as well. But once I saw 1 domino, I was like, hey, it's got to be a domino. See, silver wings. What would have silver wings? An airplane. Horn to blow. There we go. see, there's 3 out of place mean not in any of the hoops. Too bad. 6 wheels. There's 1 wheel. Well, there's 4 wheels all just right in this one tiny area. Baseball bat. Okay, I was looking for the animal bat. So I couldn't find it. But one of them was an animal. It flies right next to it. So I could actually hit it. Oh, there's the trophy. One trunk. Animal with horns. And what else? Musical bee. That's just right here. And then 2 more wheels. Are they perhaps not attached to something and they're disassembled? That's not a wheel. More wheels and an animal with horns. Alright, 2 more wheels. This one actually is kind of tricky. I don't know where these wheels would be. I don't think there's anything else to really interpret wheels as meaning. But where could they be? I don't see them. There's a pin if I need that later. Oh, it's on the wooden rabbit. Red Stitch's gotta be in a baseball. You already know that. It's pretty obvious. Brown guitar, super. Alright, I see super. 2 bells in 2 places. Domino 8. I already know where the roller skate is because it had 2 of the wheels on it. Well, I know where one of the bells is. Animal with spots. I see all the animals with spots. Ball's not round, probably another football. There's a second bell. Alright, so just a star. It's on the hat. It's always on the hat. Rapid. Blue bike, school bus. Green something. Green cars. Yep, green. Yeah, green cars. Oh, Bean Toad. I see two more of the green cars. Star. This isn't the chicken we need, is it? No, it wouldn't make sense. There's the chicken. And I see the blue bike. So there's 2 stars and an 8. There's a star. What would the 8 be on? It could really be on anything. There's a 7 and a 9 just to troll you. It'll put the 8 next to it. Oh, there's the last star. See another 7. We really need an 8. I did register that earlier. I should have thought about it as soon as I saw 8. Arrow, truck, plow, taxi, stop, cow. There's stop. I know where the cow is. I vaguely know where the taxi should be. Truck for mail. Slow moving snail. Traffic lights. Fire truck. Truck for mail. And the dump truck's right next to it. Truck with a plow. Taxi. Alright, so arrow and traffic lights. Here's the arrow. I don't know how many puzzles there are total, but we are nearing the hour mark. My PB in the run I did. There's a yellow 9. I know where the motorcycle is too. The police car. I know where the toll is. Does that green car go the wrong way? Yeah. There's gonna be one of the green cars. It's this one. But the PB I got before was an hour 7. Gas truck was the truck. So we might be nearing the end of the game. But who knows, I could have been playing just way slower than last time. I don't remember how fast my PB felt. Then exit. Now all I can focus on is the traffic cones. which there's 2 right here. There's probably at least 2 towards the bottom as well, if I had to guess. That just seems like a likely place to put it. Oh no, there's 2 in the middle. At least. I think I'll know the last level when we get to it. All the levels are always in the same order. It's not like you just get a random level each time. But I think there's at least 2 more. Yeah, this was one I was thinking was left. And then the next one might be the last one. What do I need? Red Ladybug, score for Jax. There we go. Jack on its own, I saw that earlier. Duck, goose, goose. For squares. So that's the only one that's going to count as a square. Because it's the only one that is a square. Duck. There are the cracks. Square. I do remember the square on the turtle. That was pretty memorable. So just a square, ladybug, bug on a stone. Is it the spider? No. There's a ladybug. If I want to PB, I pretty much have to beat the rest of this level and the next level in 10 minutes. I don't know if that'll happen, but that's not really my goal. My goal is to beat more games. It doesn't matter if I PB. It just would be pretty neat. I don't know, it could happen though. 2 arrows, number 9. I saw the number 9. Rabbit turtle. It's rabbit. Still know where the 9 is. I know where the spider is. Button. Oh. I see one of the arrows. A vague idea of where the worm should be. I see 2 more marbles. Oh, well, there's a goldfish as well. There's Hop. Finish line. Plus another marble. More marble arrow. Marble. Oh, there still is another marble? Yeah, that makes sense. 7 marbles and there were only 2 of them that were 2 groups of 2. Oh, there it is. Was that that wasn't the last of this map, was it? I don't know if the rest of the game is possible in, only 7 minutes, or less than 7 minutes. Alright, I needed the acorn. I got distracted. Green beetles. B. Alright, I see one of the green beetles and then I know where the other one is. Plus I know where Hop is. This is a Chulp. There's 3 just right there. Heart on a chain, I know where that is. It's all the way to the left. I know where the rock in the box is as well. So there's jump. Rock in the box is going to be right next to it. I accidentally hit that one again. Feather. More Chulk. And the heart on the chain is right up here. And there's, yeah, the last 2 pieces of Chulk. Right, that one was pretty quick. I just don't know if I can do... I mean, if I can just average a minute per board, that would work, assuming the next level is the last level. If it's not, then there's no way. No, I don't think this is the last level. I think there's another one after this. Interesting, though, then, that my PB was so much faster than this. I didn't think I was playing particularly slow. I guess I was just so much faster back then. Because to be fair, I probably had already beaten the game pretty recently beforehand, so I kind of more knew where everything was. I honestly think it was that space level that just really took way too long. Because I, for whatever reason, just really struggled with that one. This go around, at least. 2 dice. I see the candy flower. Star dice. Fruit slice. Star dice rabbit. Star, there's the rabbit, there's the dice. I feel like, though, I did get into the groove more so later in the game, but a little too late to really be fast. I needed to start out just on the ball. Alright. Wherever the gumball machine is. I think the letters in candy is like, they're all separate, so you have to just find them individually. Okay, at least it does tell, though, which ones you've gotten and which ones you haven't. Green jelly bean, duck, fish. I was not trying to hit that, but I wish I found it. There's another fish. Licorice. Just a single green jelly bean. Okay, I see the C. And still 2 hearts. Oh, I see the A. And the duck. Then just another heart and then 2 fish? Well, whale doesn't count as a fish, right? Whales are mammals? Yeah. But this thing does count as a fish. Whatever that's supposed to be. There's the heart. And then one more fish. Okay, no, I'd already gotten that one. I was pretty sure I had, but I wanted to make sure. definitely going to be a different kind of fish, right? Because the other three have been. They wouldn't use a similar theme. Oh no, it's kind of the same as the yellow candy fish. Looks like a Swedish fish. Definitely am not beating this and the entire next level in 2 minutes, so... At least the pressure's kind of off for going fast then. I mean, this is probably the only thing I'm doing today. I should have more time tomorrow, which will definitely be nice. So got quite a few games lined up. It'll be pretty easy to just tackle. I do also need to look into the other I Spy games, because there are more than just this one. This is the only one on Game Boy Advance, at least. But there were others for, like, PC, and I think there's one on the Wii. I need to see if any of those are viable. Because I think I Spy Spooky Mansion, which was on the Wii, but it may have also had a PC version. I don't know if the versions are different. I was trying to hit the pin. But I think that one's more of like a point-and-click puzzle game, actually, with just some I Spy levels, which are similar to Mystery Case Files Ravenhurst. That one also had like different types of puzzles instead of just being a hidden object. But then I think on PC there was I Spy Fantasy. And that one may have been just like this one. That was just a point-and-click game. Or a hidden object game, rather. But this is the final level. I mean, it's other I Spy games. You know, if they're just hidden object games, that's pretty easy, because you just find all the objects. It'd have to be like a really, really just insanely hard level for a point-and-click or a hidden object game to not be viable, I think. Candlestar Orange. I don't think that's a star on the dish up here. No. Orange. That's one of the others I need. Then the star. Then an orange. To be fair though, I do think part of how they expect this game to kind of be longer is if you're looking back and forth the menu. Because in most other hidden object games, the list would just be on the side and you would look for them. But if that was the case for this game, it would be very, very short. Because you just kind of, you know, go like this until you found each of the objects. I completely forgot what I was even looking for. I didn't know the orange cup. Gingerbread man. Pointy hat, cone to eat. I don't know what the cone to eat's gonna be. Is this the pointy hat? Yeah. The cone to eat's right next to it. Cone to eat, cone to eat. Tail and pepper. A pepper, so the fruit pepper, not pepper shaker. There we go. Alright, so this should be the final puzzle. 3 hearts, carrot, tree, ear, corn, letter P. 7 spoon legs. I kind of know where the knife is. Do you need eggs? No. Whistle ears, yeah, I know where that is. There's at least 3 spoon legs here. And the other 2 are probably on the other guy. Probably just can't see one of these 4 spoons, which is why it's 7 and not 8. Okay, I see the tree as well. Usually is the last puzzle that's the easiest because you're already a lot more familiar with the puzzle, and it's a lot easier to just see everything. There's also going to be one of the other hearts, plus the other spoon legs. Oh, only one of the other spoon legs. Okay. Well, I guess I need to... Oh, there it is. There's also a heart that I was not trying to click. So just a heart, carrot, pea, knife, and then one more egg, I think? Yep. So knife, pea... Yeah, I was pretty sure the pea was over here. I just kept passing it. Carrot, knife, heart. Alright, just a knife and a heart. Yeah, I knew the knife was somewhere. Just silver on silver. And the last heart. That's not the last heart. That was the one I accidentally clicked. And so I didn't really register that I got that one. Because it was an accident. But there's the 3rd one. And that should be it, right? End of the game? Yep. End of the game. So 6 minutes longer than my best time at beating this game. But that's not too bad. Only an hour 13. That's not bad at all. Pretty easy, just kind of show up and play it. But yeah, that's definitely going to be all I'm going to do for today. But that is 23 games so far in only 10 days.